Alright guys, Spielem here, back with more Hitman 3. So we just started Death in the Family, is that what this mission's called? Something like that, right? Yeah, Death in the Family. So let's go. This looks cool. This big manor there, the graveyard again. We'll see. I'm really interested in seeing the true levels of Hitman, especially because I have no clue what the rest of the levels are. I've seen the titles, but I know nothing about what they actually are. Wait, how many missions? Oh, there's only 3 again. That's kind of underwhelming. But, yeah, I know nothing about, what the actual missions themselves are outside of the, Oh, what?
You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm
Okay.
curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle.
Fuck. Wow, this is fucking dumb. God damn it.
Oh my God, thank God you're here. I need help. This sick-looking man, he was just pulling and yanking the limbs of this poor lifeless person.
Alright, so... Oh, I can't save.
If you get a look at the guy, can you ID him?
I think he wore a white shirt with a red tie.
Okay, step back. I'll go and check. Man, anybody there? Come in. We're trying to hide a body.
Okay. Can I get away with this? Guess we'll see.
Sir, I need to pad you down if you want access to this area.
Okay, alright.
Spread out. Hold every corner.
Just stay calm, please. You're clear. Move on.
Alright.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Trying to say something.
Very
Okay.
well.
We have nothing.
I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London.
Fine.
Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Please stay back.
Okay. I need a weapon. I have no
I
weapons to
feel
use.
obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if
Yeah,
they seem
hey, bro.
affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder, Mr. 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Alright, now we got a knife. Which I probably should save. There we go. What is this?
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I'm sure there's more to find in Zachary's room.
Oh, I don't know what I want to do.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Wait, where's the dead body? Oh, I didn't realize he was even in there.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
This is really weird that this is a, that we're actually, like, solving, like, a mystery, within a Hitman level.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Okay.
This is very useful information, 47.
Wait, how do I... Oh, okay, categories.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Wait, where are the suspects, though? Wait. I mean, at this point, we're pretty safe, right? From being investigated. Like,
You look tanned. I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Did you give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter?
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
What a weird mission this is, though. Like, it's essentially just this massive murder mystery, right?
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday?
Like, that's actually the level.
Wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge
Like, if you
around
solve it, and you
8:30
can
for a pint with
get to the
Edward.
assassination.
I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
So that's it. Oh, so that's the dead one, right? So these are the suspects?
Emmer Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Okay. The wife of Gregory, daughter-in-law, claims to have gone to bed with an awful migraine. That's reported, right? You know what? Let's get a bit closer to the screen just so I can more clearly read this. Okay. Emma says Zachary's company was always awkward to them because some. Wait, who's Zachary again? He's the son? Okay. You know, let's just question everyone. You know what? 2 more people? Yeah, let's just question everyone and then try to figure it out from there, obviously. Oh, this is her again. Shit. Fucks everyone else. Alright, okay. This one? Yeah. This fucker. Probably did it.
Got your message? Could you
What are
just
you
get it
busy
arrested?
with?
I said I'm fixing it, okay? Yeah, well, it was Ant's idea. He said, what a load of bollocks. I've got to go. Talk later.
Patrick Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you?
He's gonna
Don't
talk
tell
about
me,
something dumb, isn't he?
She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by...
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that it?
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Okay. Where the fuck is this last one?
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
A saber.
Such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick.
Oh,
No
that's
good's
the-
gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores
Sure.
her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
So he can't do it. Oh, interesting. So it tells you in there. Okay. Interesting. Okay. It's probably a lot
Did
of
all the
investigating
groceries
to do
arrive?
that.
I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But from what I say with that, she never misses a step.
Wait, I'm just carrying around a bust? Whatever. Oh, here's the last guy. Oh, he's not playing music, though.
That's a little too close.
Oh.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left
Who's
Thornbridge
Rebecca?
Manor in nearly 50 years?
Which one's
Plants,
Rebecca? That's the
mother,
young
and
one, right?
staff.
The quote-unquote young one.
He had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
So he has an alibi confirmed. Doesn't he then? Yeah, so they confirmed each other. I don't know if they're both in on it though. But whatever, the game's telling us there. So, okay. So, let's go ahead and make a new save. So why not?
Casey, for God's sake, Emma.
Why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is. Making us come here to play funeral and then show up like nothing's the least bit strange.
Don't get your nigger.
Not what I meant to do. Poison. And what do I do at this point then? Oh, what was that? Oh. Documents gather. Okay. So there's stuff in here though. Okay, why is that anything?
Bad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
Got it. No power, no work.
Oh, Madame Carlyle will be furious. She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay?
So, Madame Carlyle wants a picture taken. If you were to assist with the missing fuse, I'm sure the portrait would be one for the ages.
No, we're gonna get you on this.
And I need it to be perfect.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary is suicide. He'd only just run through his plan yesterday. I'd say worried about how things will be handled with Gregory and Emma. I said to let him stay here. Sure, Emma would throw him out first chance she got. And now we'll never know.
Oh my. You're taking this hard, aren't you?
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carla is next in line for a poisoning.
Shit. Interesting. Alright, do I want to do another episode? I kind of want to do another one. But I know I shouldn't. But, fuck it. We'll do another one. So that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching.